Hey, what up, everybody? This is Steve Breach coming to you with lots of talk coming out about WWE, about the upcoming SummerSlam 2015 show. Lots of people are also talking about the big NXT Takeover of Brooklyn. And basically, one of the biggest names that is coming through NXT right now is Uhaa Nation, a guy that really has taken the indie scene by storm over the last couple of years. In 2011, he was the Wrestling Observer's Rookie of the Year while working for Dragon Gate and working his way through Japan, as well as working a lot of independent shows throughout the United States. Uhaa Nation made a big name for himself before signing with WWE. They were coming to terms at the end of last year. He finally made his way to the WWE Performance Center around April, and has been one of those guys everybody has kept their eyes on. Throughout May, we saw one of the storylines of NXT was basically him showing up to NXT, being on television, being courted by William Regal into signing a contract and basically promoting his upcoming debut. The only problem throughout all of those vignettes for Uhaa Nation was basically that he did not have a name. But WWE has now released that his name is going to be Apollo Crews. I don't know if they're going to try and capitalize on his name value when he does debut, and then saying that his new name is going to be Apollo Crews. Much like when Finn Balor came out on NXT, basically, Kenta had asked him to come out, and basically on the screen it revealed, Prince Devitt before, the letters changing and it fading into Finn Balor and his music cranking up and him coming up. Kenta is a guy that also came in to NXT, and they took advantage of that when they were in Japan. It was Kenta, and then finally right before his debut, I believe the first time they called him Kenta on his way to the ring, and then once he was down there, then it became Hideo Itami as the new name. So it's a struggle to get used to, especially with so many guys down there. But I mean, as Kevin Owens goes along, it gets easier and easier to remember his name. And it's not like Sami Zayn, I'm calling him El Generico anymore. But sometimes in these videos, when I start getting going, I'm talking about lots of things, and I bounce around and I see like Kevin Owens' face, and that's which direction I want to start going in the video. That's when I get lost, and I call him Kevin Steen, and I get all sort of like, oh, I called him the wrong name. But I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. But as of right now, it looks like that Apollo Crews is going to be making his debut on the NXT Takeover show in Brooklyn the night before SummerSlam, which is good because those live specials basically are always something that really kicks off a guy. I mean, if you think about the way when Kevin Owens made his debut in NXT, he came out, he beat CJ Parker, who sort of was like the NXT jobber of the stars. Basically, anytime you needed somebody to get put over, it was always CJ Parker going out there and taking the loss. But with CJ Parker no longer there, I'm not really sure who is going to be bottom of the totem pole to take the loss to Apollo Crews. But if you remember Kevin Owens' build, basically he beat one guy, and at the end of the show he came out and he beat up the champion and established himself as one of the major heels in NXT, putting himself in line to get a title shot after taking out Sami Zayn the night that he won the championship, and then on the next NXT taking out Neville as well in a count-out loss. Or I guess it was count out, no finish, because there was double count out, I think is the way it went down. I don't think he got disqualified, but one way or another, both guys got messed up outside of the ring. You can see that definitely he shot right through NXT after that. He won the championship, and next thing you know, he was at Elimination Chamber, beating John Cena on WWE pay-per-view. Uhaa Nation, Apollo Crews is another guy that can easily scoot through NXT this fast. This guy is this good. He's a wrestler out of Nigerian descent, and I don't think WWE has another guy that's really built like this right now. He's different than everybody. This guy's speed, his strength, he's going to be really, really good. So make sure you keep your eyes on this guy, Apollo Crews, debuting at NXT live takeover special from Brooklyn.